Hello everyone, welcome to this wonderful session of IELTS practice test where I'm guiding you all how you can practice different kind of question, and for that I am solving it for you. A very warm good afternoon to one and all present over here. Now come on, be quick and let me know that you guys are here and excited for the session so that we can start up the session real quick, okay? So I am waiting for you all. Please come up here on the comment section and let me know that you guys are here. Okay. So today, before that, I would like to tell you that today the topic that I'll be covering is very good and actually very interesting because I'll be covering writing task 2 today, okay? And I know it is one of the most complicated topic, and the entire module, which is writing module, is one of the most complicated, which I usually get as a statement or as a tag to that particular module. But trust me, it's not that difficult as you're thinking of it, okay? So yes, chalo, without wasting any further time, let's get back to the topics that we are going to cover today. Okay, so first of all, I'll be introducing you with task 2 and how and what are the things that we usually do in task 2. What are the demands of task 2? What is the demand of examiner for you? What are the requirements? What are the parameters? I'm going to be talking to you about each and everything. Okay. Now, next is key points to remember. There are certain pointers which are very important or very major that you need to take care before or at the time of solving the question. Okay. Now, again the question and the solution, of course. Okay. Now, so let's have a quick look at the introduction to writing task 2. Okay. So, how we are going to deal with the introduction? IELTS Writing Task 2 is an essay writing task where candidates are required to respond to a given prompt in a structured, academic manner. The task assesses your ability to present a clear, well-supported argument on a specific topic. So basically, what you're going to get is, you're going to be getting a topic where you are going to get multiple topic or multiple question on that. You have to come up with an argument or an explanation or justification or even your opinion to come up with a proper response. Okay. Now, next are the pointers that you need to remember. First of all, the key features. Okay. When I talk about key features, I talk about first the word count. If you guys are aware of the fact that in this writing task 2, you have a minimum limit to a word which is 250 words, right? Maximum, there is no limit usually, okay? So at max, we don't usually have a limit. But yes, if you want to continue, then make sure don't go beyond 300 words. Then because you know what happened? Usually, what happens is like the more you're going to be writing, the more the chances of getting irrelevant data accumulated in the question, you know, the chances becomes high, right? So try to write only that much amount of data, try to provide only that much amount of data that is required for you to provide and that the question is asking you to provide, right? Now, essay types, commonly types of essays include opinion essay. So basically, let's have a quick look on what types of essays we are going to encounter. Opinion essay, discussion essay, problem solution, advantages, disadvantage, and double question essays. These are the only kind that you're going to encounter, nothing apart from that, okay? So just don't get worried that, okay, there are n number of categories, there are n number of topics that you're going to encounter. No, it's not like that. It's just that here are certain pointers or here are certain topics that you're going to encounter and the entire questions are going to be based on these kind of question types, okay? Now, so without wasting any further time, now I have already done with the introduction and key point. This is the entire thing that you need to know as of now, okay? So let's get to the solution and let's practice our question wisely and let's solve it, okay? And one more thing, make sure there are certain pointers that I would like to make it sure to you, that make sure you revise your response after writing. Okay. Next, try and plan. So definitely you don't have to try, you've got to plan it. Follow the structure. What is the structure? I have already told you. You need to follow a proper structure in order to come up with the response. What it is? Introduction, body, conclusion. This is the entire structure that I told you already. So this is the structure that you need to follow. Okay, follow the structure. Also, take care of the spellings. Okay. So here are some of the very minor pointers that I usually repeat and I usually ask you to take care of them at the time of writing up the response. So make sure you revise your response after writing. At least try to revise, like maximum we usually need it like 3 revision. Yes, majorly 3 revision we need. Like first one is revising the pointers that you might end up making a mistake on, which you are very habitual in making a mistake on. The first one is for that. Second is like just a proofreading to know like whether you have actually maintained the proper paragraphing or not. Third is just for again a proofreading to take care of the minor details. But if you're not getting that much time, or if you're not willing to do three times revision, then at least try and do one. Like in this one one round of revision is like enough to take care of all the mistakes that you are making, because minor mistakes are very easy to catch, being very honest. They are the one which are visible very clearly. Okay, if you didn't put a punctuation mark, if you haven't thought of taking care of the punctuation marks, it's going to be very difficult for you to then again gain a good balance, right? So it's really very important to cater to the revision, so that you are able to understand how you're going to be using punctuation mark, how you're going to be using spellings, how you're going to manage your phrases or idioms or whatever. And also, if I talk about vocabulary, make sure you take topic specific vocab into consideration and not think of any other vocabulary that might get fit into the context, and you're going to be working upon it. Okay, so make sure you take care of it properly. Okay, and come up with the proper response. Got it? Now let's okay, so plan your response. Definitely you have to follow a structure: introduction, body, conclusion. Your entire paragraphing should be like this, and it should not be anywhere bifurcated or in a different way, because again it's going to be very messy and chaotic, which definitely, because again and again I'm telling you, are going to be responsible for your responses. Examiners are not going to put any extra effort in order to understand what you have written. So that's better if you can just allocate your time wisely and prepare and plan accordingly and come up with the response, right? Now, follow the structure. You have to follow the structure, which is IBC format, and then take care of the spellings. I know there are a lot of spellings which might be very confusing in nature. So even if it happens with me as well. So many a times you're not going to get the exact spelling, even though you know it. Make sure you keep your mind calm, composed, and then come up with the response, right? So take care of these pointers, and yes, let's get started. So, okay, here is our question. Okay. Okay. Here is our question. Now, what our question is asking and how. Okay, so let me just give it a brief to you that I have taken this question from Cambridge series 13. Yes, it's the Cambridge series 13 question, and I'm going to be solving it. This is writing task 2, and this is exactly how you're going to encounter your question paper. Okay, so this is exactly how it's going to be there. And if you are, so definitely it's for PBT, definitely it's the PBT format. For CBT, you're going to get it on your computer screen, on a desktop, whatever you're going to be appearing for an exam on. Okay, now writing task 2, you should spend about 40 minutes on this task. You should spend. Now, one thing I would like to tell you over here, that nowhere your timing is going to be, freezed, of, your timing is not going to be constrained to a certain section. When I say this, I mean that you're going to get entire 1 hour for the entire writing section. Okay. So in that 1 hour, it is totally your take how you're going to allocate it to your responses. If you feel like that you should spend about like 20 minutes in writing task 1 and 40 minutes in writing task 2, fair enough. If you think that you need to spend like like alternative, like 40 minutes to writing task 1 and 20 minutes to writing task 2, your take. It is totally your take how you're going to allocate your time. Okay, it is not constrained that now this is a recommended time that you should give depending upon the word limit, because in writing task 1 we don't usually have to write zyada words, right? Like it's like 150 words. For that 150 words, like 20 minutes is enough, so isliye we recommend that you should spend 20 minutes. For it is like in this we need to write 250 words, uske hisab se we recommend that we are going to allocate like 40 minutes around for this question type, right? So this is the thing how we are going to allocate it. Now, अब आ जाओ क्वेश्चन पे. Write about the following topic. Now here is the topic that you are getting. First of all, make sure you read the question properly. Okay. Some people think that all university student. Wait, what did I do? Some university students think that, some people think that all university students should study whatever they like. Okay, this is your first pointer. What is your first pointer? Some people think that all university students should study whatever they like. Others believe that they should only be allowed to study subjects that will be useful in future, such as those related to science and technology. Discuss both these views and give your opinion. Give reason for your answer and include any relevant experience from your own knowledge and experience. Write about 250 words. Okay. So this is your entire question. What it is asking? Some people think that, okay, first, the very first thing that you need to take care is, kya? That I usually say that understand the question properly. ठीक है, अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन. मैम वो कैसे होगा? तो वो ऐसे होगा, देखो अब इसको, ठीक है. व्हेन आई से अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन, रीड इट twice or thrice, then only you will be able to get the answer. I know there are a lot of candidates जो एक बार question पढ़ते हैं and they think that yes they have understood the question, and then they start writing and then they are going to come up with that kind of an answer which is going to be out of the box and which is not actually catering to the question, right? So इसको ध्यान से पढ़ना है, समझना है, and then we need to come up with the response. Okay, first, some people think that all university students should study whatever they like. Some people think, there are some section of society of people, they think that सारे यूनिवर्सिटी के जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं उन्हें वो पढ़ना चाहिए जो उन्हें बहुत अच्छा लगता है. वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून सुमित, होप यू आर डूइंग ग्रेट. ओके, नाउ फर्स्ट ये है कि कुछ लोग ऐसा बिलीव करते हैं कि जिसे जो पसंद है वो उन्हें पढ़ना चाहिए, while others believe that they should only be allowed. Now बाकी there are another section of society जो ये बिलीव करते हैं कि उन्हें सिर्फ वही टफ सब्जेक्ट्स अलाउ करना चाहिए. हाय रणवीर, वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून. ओके, वही सब्जेक्ट्स अलाउ करना चाहिए जो कि उनके फ्यूचर के लिए यूजफुल होंगे. For a reference, it's been given such as those related to science and technology. For example, कौन से सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाने चाहिए? वो सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ाने चाहिए जो उनके फ्यूचर के लिए अच्छे होंगे, which means साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी से रिलेटेड उन्हें सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ाने चाहिए. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया है? Okay, discuss both these views. You have to discuss both these views, these, and then you have to come up with your opinion, and then yes, that's all. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन था, समझ आ गया? अब इसको लिखेंगे कैसे? तो सबसे पहले तो वी नीड टू चेक अपॉन टू हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू फॉलो द स्ट्रक्चर. क्या स्ट्रक्चर था जो मैंने बताया था? I have told you that there is a structure named IBC format. I have already told you. Abhi in the previous slide I have told you introduction, body and conclusion, right? Now, so how we are going to do that? Okay. First of all, we are going to write the introduction. Introduction कुछ नहीं होता. Introduction is just a paraphrasing of the question. In this introduction also, okay, so it is different than that of writing task 1. Writing task 1 may we entirely paraphrase the question as it is, and we do not add any other question to it. Sorry, we do not add any other piece of information to it, but over here, you need to give a brief intro of what all things you are going to write over here. ठीक है? Now, first of all, हमारा ये भी what we can say it motive होना चाहिए that we are not going to repeat our responses and we are not going to repeat our words. ठीक है? it's not like that you should be very well versed with the Oxford dictionary. No, it's not like that. अगर आपके पास words हैं till a certain extent, अगर if you have words, then go ahead. अगर आपके पास words नहीं हैं, then you can end up repeating things, but try not to, right? It will be better. Okay. Now, so yes, okay. So सबसे पहले क्या करना है? सबसे पहले introduction लिखना है, right? Okay. So what is the question? Some people think that all university students should study whatever they want. Okay. Now, I'm going to start off with all okay. The debate is ongoing that all university students should pursue the subjects of their choice. Okay, done. This is the first line that I have explained. Okay, now it's time to explain the other pointers. Okay. The debate is ongoing that all university students should pursue the subject of their choice. Okay, I have explained both the topics. First one, the debate is ongoing that all university students should pursue the subjects of their choice. That student must be confined to the subject like science and technology, which are in demand. Okay, so I have explained both the. Good afternoon, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Today again it is late. It's okay, fine, no worries. Okay, so that's totally fine. Okay, so yes, now this is how we are going to write it entirely. I have covered both the topics. Okay, try to make it clear rather than making it very much complicated with very much sophisticated words. Okay, try to just make it simple and easy for the examiner to understand. Okay, now here you have written, then you are going to come up with your opinion. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So you have to write your opinion as well. Okay, so that you can give an introduction that how you are going to write about it. Okay. Got it? So I have to last उसके लिए बेटा promise लेके तो मुझे पहले recorded देख के cover up कर लूँगा. Okay, Sayesh, that's okay. Fine. ये डर मुझे अच्छा लगा. Okay, ठीक है, that's okay. You can just have a look to the recorded session so that you can cover up the entire session. ठीक है, चलो. Okay. Introduction लिख लिया. Just have a quick look. Okay, it's for everyone. एक बार ही देख लो. If you want to take up a screenshot, you can take a screenshot. So just have a quick look at the response so that I can move ahead. ठीक है? Done? So it's like I have described the first pointer, the second pointer, and also my opinion in the introduction para. Now I'll be writing up the first para, which is going to deal with the some people think that all university students should study whatever they like. So it's going to be entirely dealing with how some people think that if we're gonna if we are going to be inclined to that topic, how we are going to deal with that. Okay? Done? Now, chalo. Okay, so here we have topic specific vocab as well. So we can use the word curriculum, a structured set of courses or subject offered at school or university. Liberal education, a broad based education allowing students to choose from a variety of disciplines. Next, vocational training, education or courses focused on acquiring specific skill for particular job or profession. Next is STEM field. STEM field is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. Okay. Job market demand, that kind of an education that is needed for the workers with specific skills in various industries. Okay, sorry. Innovation is definitely the creation and development of the new things. Okay, and holistic development deals with the overall and entire development. Okay, so these are some of the topic specific vocab that you can use. Also, I know that these are some kind of words that they are not going to come up quickly at the time of writing the responses, but yes, you can just think for some time. You can write down the words that are coming to your mind so that you are on the safer side when you are writing the responses, right? So make sure you do like this. चलो, अब आ जाते हैं बॉडी पैरा 1 पे. तो बॉडी पैरा 1 पे what are the things that we need to discuss? सबसे पहले some people think that all university students should study whatever they like. अच्छा, what will happen अगर ऐसा होगा तो? You have to just answer this. If we will allow students to study whatever they like, क्या होगा उससे? What will happen? This is what you need to describe over here in the passage. ठीक है? Okay, so student is a word that is getting again and again. You can write pupils as well. Okay, in place of students. Okay, students. Ma'am, if you repeat one or two words again and again, will it lower a score or is it fine? Okay, so if you're gonna repeat the words again and again, see, on to be on the safer side, I would request you that make sure you have good synonyms with you in hand, like at least 4 to 5 synonyms is gonna work. Like at max, you can have like 7 to 8. I think that will be good. But yes, 4 to 5 should be there. But still, if you're gonna repeat it, it's not going to pay a it's not going to impact a lot on your band score. It's just that you need to give that flexibility to the examiner that okay, I am not going to repeat it again and again. I have a better word in order to describe the same situation or the same scenario or the same word, right? So this is why we need synonyms for that. Okay, so that's totally fine if you're going to repeat it, but make sure you repeat it at the words when you are not having enough word. Like for example, I had 4 to 5 synonyms with me. I have used the entire synonyms in the entire essay. Okay, but after that I'm not getting the word. So what you did was you started repeating stuff. So that's totally fine. You started repeating the words, but if because the main idea is going to come again and again. Like over here, I'm going to get education or students or career. These kind of words I'm going to repeat over here. I'm going to get a scenario where I need to repeat the words again and again, right? So that's totally fine if you're going to do it, but yes, try not to, but it is okay. Make sure your content is clear, okay? Accuracy and clear. Don't figure out that you need to come up with a sophisticated and complex vocabulary. No, don't do that, okay? So make sure you take care of this, okay? For example, why am I making got it? Times while writing an exam, forgot to put all full stop, 2 marks get deducted because of that. Yes, your marks are going to be deducted for punctuation, not using proper punctuation. So, for example, if you forget to add, if you forget to add punctuations initially at the time of writing, make sure you do it at the time of revising. For example, here I haven't, taken care of the punctuation. For example, you might notice that I have put punctuation over here and over here, but there's still sentences which I need to put in punctuation. So, what am I going to do? After writing it, I'm going to just add a punctuation mark to it. For example, on one hand, it is argued that students should be given the liberty to pursue the subject they like. Okay, then yes, as this will not only make them enthusiastic to their job and dedicated career, but also, again, it's going to help them flourishing mentally. Now, again, full stop. It is believed that people who are creative and have intriguing skills are having freedom of contemplating and are capable of taking decision wisely. Why my wisely is not visible properly? Okay, wisely. And then, for example, it has it has been seen that students who are privileged with their take on career decisions, comma, are more likely to be successful and mentally stable. So this is how I have written the entire first, the first topic that we need to define. Okay, so this is how I have defined, and I didn't put the punctuation initially. So what I did after writing, when I was revising, I just added the punctuation out there. So एक छोटा सा revision will not take anything. It will not take a lot of time of yours. थोड़ा सा time लगेगा and you need to revise it. समझ आ रही बात? So that you can come up with a proper response. कहीं भी कुछ भी गलत नहीं होगा. आफ्टर राइटिंग या तो आप एक एक करके रिवाइज कर लो, या तो यू कैन रिवाइज इट लाइक एज अ होल, एज अ रिस्पॉन्स एज अ होल, बिकॉज आई एम राइटिंग लाइक one line. Okay. And if we just can think of any example, so we can create any example. Yes, of course you can, like, just I have created this example. It's not a universal fact or something, so I've just created that. Okay. So yes, you can create one for you. So examiner has nothing to do whether that information, that piece of information is accurate or not, until unless you are mentioning any numerical data with a proper and if I say that you are delivering an example of like NASA or any kind of what we call it, reputed organization, right? अगर आप वहाँ पे कोई numerical data, for example, a survey has been found that this percent of this is this available, so you need to be a little bit conscious on that. But yes, if you can create a neutral example, fair enough, that's great. That's how you're going to use your skill. So yes, you can work with that. ठीक है, have a quick revision so that I can start off with the next topic. Done? Shall I move ahead? Okay. Come on, tell me yes or no. समझ आ गया? Clear है? आगे बढ़े? Just type yes. Now, done? Okay. Ma'am, why does examiner check the copy so carefully? Because they have to allocate bands. This is the reason. If they will not check it so carefully, they will not be able to allocate bands to you. Okay. Now, अच्छा, next topic क्या है हमारा? Others believe that they should only be allowed to study subject that will be useful in future, such as related to science and technology. Okay, now because they have mentioned in the question science and technology, so we are going to mention it in our response as well. Okay. Take care of there and there. THERE and THEIR. I know there are a lot of candidates who make these mistakes a lot. So make sure you take care of that. Okay. Now, on the other hand, proponents of teaching technical subject argues that individuals will be able to develop their career in these fields easily. No doubt, science and technology is flourishing day by day with their innovative discoveries, as a research has been done recently that shows that these subjects are the demands of the job markets. Additionally, focusing on technical subject helps pupil in fostering cognitive skill and done. Okay. Now, this is how I have covered the second topic as well. Okay, I'm done with the second topic. Now, I'm going to be focusing on the opinion and conclusion. Got it? Now, okay. So, now opinion and conclusion, if you want to write them together, you can write them together. If you want to write them separately, you can also write them separately, because it's not like that you need to write a proper paragraphing, because equality of the paragraph is also important. So make sure you write in such a manner that it's going to be very beneficial for you in terms of presentation. Okay, so if you want to write them together, you can write them together. Okay, chalo. Now if I talk about opinion and conclusion. Discuss both views. We have already done it, and now give your opinion. Done. Okay. Now, according to my opinion, it is best to allow students to take hold of their career, as it is something that ensures their growth and promotes their interest to do better every time. Done. Also, in conclusion, it cannot be denied that science and technology is the need of an hour, but at the same time, confining students or confining pupils to a certain circle of subject might hamper might hamper their productivity to contribute more. Moreover, government must ensure that these beliefs should come up must ensure these beliefs and should come up with freedom of choosing subject that will ensure their productivity and growth. Got it? This is how you can write. It's not always important to come up with an example. If you have an example, you can give it. But if you can think of, and then it'll be an icing on the cake. But it's okay. Don't invest your time so much in thinking something that's gonna end up leading you nowhere. So don't invest a lot of time in thinking. Invest your time in writing the responses, and it'll be better if you're gonna invest your time in planning. So yes, that's all I would like to say. And okay, so just have a quick look, take hold of entire answer, just have a quick look to the entire answer, how I have framed, how I have written the responses. Also, I have tried not to repeat a lot of words. At the same time, I need to make sure that my answer or the response is very clear, right? So yes. Yep, that's all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, all of you. I'll be meeting you tomorrow. So yes, bye-bye. Take care and all the very best to the students who are preparing for their IELTS examination. Bye-bye.